Greetings and welcome to the Idaho Renaissance Faire Inc. YouTube channel. I have a very special guest here. Would you care to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Janet Holthaus.
Hi, Janet. What is your job with Idaho Renaissance Faire Inc.?
I am the treasurer, but I'm also part of the group that does public relations.
Sounds like you're very excited by that. Like you have a lot of passion for that. Would that be a true statement?
Oh yeah. It's one of my favorite things that I get to look forward to doing all the time. So.
Why would that be? What makes it so exciting?
The people, the mission, what we do, what we can do, where we're going, all of those things.
Okay. Well, before we get into where you're going, how about you introduce a little bit about where you're coming from? Where was your first Renaissance experience? When was your first Renaissance Faire Inc. experience?
Okay, so first Renaissance Fair ever experience, I don't know what year it was. I just remember it was at Eagle Island, and I think it was the Yield Renaissance Fair, the YORF, way long ago. It's been a while. And then I got involved with this organization first in 2016 as part of the belly dance guild that was created, Kahari, who are still with the Renaissance Fair today, although I'm not there because I'm somewhere else.
Sounds like there's a story behind that one.
It's all good. 2016, then obviously we took a break, and then 2018 I ended up on cast as Idaho Renaissance Faire Inc. as you know it today.
So before we get much farther, where is Eagle Island?
It is down off of between Chinden and State Street on Eagle, like in Eagle. Like you have to go way out there. It's this gorgeous little park that's right by the river.
Is that still happening? Is that event still going on?
No, it's not.
Do you know why it stopped?
I have no idea.
Okay. So you're now 2018.
Yes.
You're with Idaho Renaissance Faire Inc. Where did that take place?
That was in Kuna.
In Kuna, okay. What were your impressions about Kuna? That very first year in particular.
That first year seems like a blur because it was small and it was amazing, and Kuna Park was beautiful, and it was the perfect thing for that perfect moment.
Can you describe in your best way what makes it perfect? What about it really made it so appealing to you?
That's a really good question. It's the ambiance. It was the people. It was the excitement. It was this new thing, and everyone was enthusiastic. The cast, the crew, the patrons. The park was, it was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful park setting, and you're in this big giant pavilion tent, and you're complete strangers that you just met that day, really, honestly, and amazing people who, like, it just came together. It was just all that. It was that world just going bam.
So literally perfect. Everything, the stars aligned, and just made it that way. How did you hear about Idaho Renaissance Faire Inc.? Because, you were saying in 2016 you were part of it in Emmett, mm-hmm. But what kept you in the loop so that you could follow it when it moved to Kuna?
My friend Dana, who kind of heads up the Belly Dance Guild, Kahari, she's like, hey, listen, Kat and Josh need some help on cast. They need to have somebody kind of help the Duke and Duchess out. Let's, they just kind of need somebody to be their right hand. And I'm like, sure, why not?
And Kat and Josh are who, as far as the organization?
Kathleen is the president, and then Josh is the vice president of site.
Okay, did you have personal workings with them before? It was literally just Dana.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is she still part of the belly dancing crew as well?
Yes, she is.
Okay, now you don't, and it's because of your position that you took as a cast member.
Right.
What position is that?
I am now, for the Renaissance Fair, Queen Ippolita Maria Sforza, the Queen of the Fair.
we're in the presence of royalty. How have you enjoyed that? That's a big part.
It was terrifying and amazing, and it is one of the most fun things I have ever done in my entire life. Getting to see little kids, grown-ups, everybody interacting with all sorts of people from all sorts of walks of life and watching people smile. And it's really cute when the little boys come up and they're like, hi. And they're all shy and like weird, and they've got little flowers or dinosaurs or rocks that they picked up to give to you.
It sounds like you've really invested a lot into this character. Is she a real person? Was she real?
Yes, she was absolutely real. She was, she lived in the 1400s. She was a multi-talented woman. She was a dancer. She was an orator. She was into fashion. She was into supporting the arts. She was a big patron of the arts. She's absolutely real.
Did she support anyone that people might recognize easily? Do you know?
There were several. So the painters of the time that she did support all of those. So your classic Italian Renaissance painters at that time.
So like Leonardo da Vinci or
yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you and her honestly have a lot in common because you do dancing.
Yes.
You're doing this interview, so obviously you have oration skill. What other ways have you found you've been able to connect with Ippolita?
Just her love for what she believed in. She very much, I have a book about, she's got a lot of writings, and I do a lot of writing and letters back and forth, and she was a smart little gal. I say little, she wasn't like, but I mean, she gave a speech for the Pope at 10 years old to introduce the Pope.
Holy cow.
These are things that she does, and she's very, very passionate about the things she believes in, and that's where I'm at. And she's obviously patron of the arts, so she's giving back. And obviously that's what we do, right? We are patrons of the arts, we're patrons of history, and we give back.
So you are a living Ippolita. Like, not just in character, but with the way that you lead it. Is that something that you intended to do, or is it a happy coincidence?
It's kind of a happy coincidence. And then I just kind of leaned into it. We're just going to lean into it. If it works, it works.
So besides being the queen, what are some other roles that you do for Idaho Renaissance Faire, Inc.?
As in
said
events?
You do public relations.
Yes.
What part of public relations do you do?
So I've been on the radio. We do interviews. We get out there and just community events. We've had an opportunity to basically do a Make-A-Wish for a young man.
How did that go? Yeah, Make-A-Wish is a big thing. Most kids are asking for Disney World, or they're asking to meet their favorite football player.
Right. It wasn't an official Make-A-Wish, but that's kind of what it felt like. The grandma contacted us and asked us to please come.
Do you know how the boy turned out?
I believe he's doing well right now. I do follow his mom on Facebook, and there hasn't been a lot of updates, so
fingers crossed.
But he's definitely in our thoughts. And then today we're going to the library to read to children as the queen. So
there you go. So a lot of opportunity as a PR person to flex that muscle.
To get out there and get the name seen and do something good.
Is there any other roles, any other hats you wear for the Idaho Renaissance Faire, Inc.?
There's some coming up, but...
Can you give us a teaser, or is it something you want to hold on
No,
to?
I'm going to hold on to that.
Okay, that sounds fair. So, how long are you planning on doing this for? What are your future goals? Are you going to be the queen forever?
Until they pry me off my cold dead throne. and pry the QuickBooks out of my cold dead hands. And I'll be back as a ghost. And you might not see me, you might, I don't know, it depends on your thoughts on the matter. And I'll still be, QuickBooks will be going, and they'll be like, what's going on? Oh, it's okay, it's just Janet, she's, just let her do her thing. She gets really cranky if you take that away.
So you have a lot of dedication to this cause then.
Yes, absolutely.
Why? What, other than, is there some kind of moral fiber behind this? Is it just something that you found completes who you are as a person? Why are you so dedicated?
It does speak to my soul, and it speaks to my soul because it's about family. In the end, giving back, taking care of the community where we can is important and critical, and that's part of my passion. But we, as the Renaissance Fair, at our events, provide a safe space for the family to come and enjoy themselves. And so you get to give back. You get to provide a space for families to be families. And I've said this a million times, and I'll say it a million more. You have no idea of your individual impact on a person, good or bad. And so the Renaissance Fair and Beltane and everything else involved in it is an opportunity for me to go, I'm going to give you a little bit of positive today. I'm going to make your day good. Just once. And that can be all it takes.
Wow. That was really good. That was really good. Do you have a piece of advice for anyone who wants to be in a similar position that you find yourself, where you're able to be such a pillar of your community?
Just do it. Get involved. Find out where somebody needs help. Reach out. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, because it's been said to me a million times, what if something good happens? That's Josh, what if something good happens? It can be scary, and it can be terrifying and overwhelming.
But it has happened.
But it has happened, and it can happen. And so if somebody wants to do it, just get out there. Put yourself out there. It's okay.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for taking some of your time and doing this interview with us. Do you have any final comments? Anything really just pushing at the forefront of your thoughts that you want people to know?
That they need to come get involved with us, because we're a really good time.
And where are we located?
We're on Cole Road in Boise. We have an office. We have a space. Come see us.
Okay. Well, that was Janet Holthaus. We really appreciate you taking your time to come speak with us. Do make sure you leave any comments, any questions that you may have for Janet at the end of the video, and we will try to do a follow-up so that we can get all of that taken care of. This here is the Idaho Renaissance Fair. Hope your history is as fun as ours. We will see you the next time.
Huzzah!